Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 9 seed in the playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense moving to a bunch formation. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's an out route, the catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Change of direction. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Oh, what a move. And he picks up the first down before they get into the ground.
Well, right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He'll hand it off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. You come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And now they'll set up for the point after. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, sent to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He's going to hand this off. Fights off a defender.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
A gain makes it second and medium. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackling right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Runner with an impressive spin move there. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second and goal for the offense. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
Gain sets up a 3rd down and goal from the 6. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here,
Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
gain makes it 2nd and medium. Tackle made after the completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Knowles have 1st and 10 here. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's got it already past the first down marker. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Using his legs on the scramble. Brought down that crosses midfield to the 40.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, he's changing the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the tailback's got it again. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain will move it down to the 23-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Escapes the sack. They escaped one tackler, couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Launching downfield. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made quickly at the 9, but now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
The Seminoles looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try the option play here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal, back at the 13. Man, looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the play.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move, looking deep. Deep shot caught inside the 15. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The Noles trying to cash in here in the red zone. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He escapes the sack. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off.
And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Looking to throw it again. The pass rush closing in. Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Kick is good. It gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. This one will be fair caught. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Let's fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
He's going to pull it down and run. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch made on the right side. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. Got a lane. Can he get in? Lost a lot of bounds close to the end zone.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it a 17-7 game. touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to begin the second half. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. He tackled at the 17 strong. Which team? So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll look to throw it here on second down. He'll take a deep shot. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And the Noles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to run, it's Lucas. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Seminoles line up with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Now the important point after attempt. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You've got to have somebody on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Breaking free at midfield. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Pulls it in. It's low. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down after that running play. Back now goes in motion. The defense will have to adjust. Caught over the middle. It's Flanagan. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on second and goal. Looking for 6. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. Great-looking drive. 11th play coming up. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Takes him about 3 yards there, but it's going to be fourth down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
With the score, Florida State 24, Notre Dame 7.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, they're going for the touchdown. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Finds the running back for a fourth down catch. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Eludes the rush. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain. Not enough for the first down.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
To come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pressure is coming. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Right, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on them.
Got him. He's sacked.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And there's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty. And take the yardage. Offense showing a bunch formation now. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
That run sets up a critical third down play. It's QB sneak.
And another long save.
That's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The gain makes it second and medium. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver as a design quarterback keeper. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so second and 5.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to go to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
We'll try to run it with the option. And the defense there to smother that option play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.